I'm back. Finally, after trying to work out all of my stuff with uni, I can now get back to my reviews constantly, and I feel good. Green Room is the third film by independent director Jeremy Saulnier. He also co-wrote this movie, and it stars Anton Yelchin, Patrick Stewart, Alia Shawkat from Arrested Development, and Imogen Poots, who's from like a bunch of other stuff, who I didn't really care about until I saw this movie. And wow, all those people give really awesome performances. It's about this band called the Ain't Rights, which has Anton Yelchin and Alia Shawkat's characters as two of the four band members. They have gone all around of Washington and Oregon trying to find some form of paying gig. For pretty much from the first 5 minutes, you already got that these four characters have this kind of special bond with each other that you're going to get to see kind of deconstructed or played around with in this movie. So that was really awesome to see. By having them all be in a band, you really get that connection with each other. So they eventually have to go out into the far off woods in the Pacific Northwest and play at this neo-Nazi club, which at first they're like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. And then they play a couple of songs and everyone's like, and getting into it. So they think, okay, that's fine. They just try and get it out as fast as possible, get out of there, because it's pretty creepy. It's a pretty creepy place. There's swastikas all around the place. There's posters saying white pride, and so they're just as they're about to get out, they forget something, go back to the green room that they're in, and oh shit, they found something that they should not have seen. I'm not going to spoil what it is because it surprised me when I saw it, and I was like, oh damn, because they go in, they find this thing that they shouldn't have seen, and all these people are like, you can't leave. You cannot leave, otherwise we're going to kill you. So they lock them into this green room, and they're all freaking out like, holy shit, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Everybody in this room, not only the people who have done the thing, but the band members as well, they're all freaking the hell out like, holy shit, what have we gone into? They think, okay, all right, fine. We'll just calmly think about this. We're going to call the cops. They're going to come down. We're going to deal with all this sort of stuff. But the club owners try and cover up what happened. So that means that these band members are still locked in there and have to stay in there until the neo-Nazis decide we're going to bust down the door and take you out in some way. So it plays this really cool back and forth of all these people trapped in the green room, plus the neo-Nazi club members trying to decipher, okay, we need to get the cops here, and they're saying like, oh, the cops have already been and gone, but they have their own agenda because they want to cover up this whole incident. So stuff starts to collide, and then the real film truly begins about 30 minutes through. So the first 30 minutes kind of is a little slow, doesn't really get further into what the movie really is, but the entire movie is just this psychological taut thriller where they're trying to maneuver around all these rooms and all these all corners and stuff like that, trying to evade all these neo-Nazis who are packing shotguns and freaking machetes, just hacking them all to pieces. They got dogs set on them. You're sitting there and you're feeling the anxiety and the sheer absolute shock and terror that these characters go through. Green Room is directed so well. You can really see that Jeremy Saulnier really gets what these movies are and what these movies should be for a modern day. He has said in interviews before that his main influence was Assault on Precinct 13, and you really see that sort of style where everything's closed in and it's all in this one particular setting, which makes you really, it's like a pressure cooker. People are getting hacked to pieces left, right, and center. You have no idea what's going on. I said to my friend when we were sitting there, and I had to whisper over to her, I have no idea how this movie is gonna end, and I'm scared shitless by that. Above all that, Green Room is a very well crafted movie. The cinematography is gorgeous. I've never seen a movie make fluorescent lights look that beautiful. It captures both the forests of the Pacific Northwest, which are great, beautiful places to go to, plus the blood and gunshots and all that stuff that happens. It captures both of those very well. The music is like this ocean synthesizer wave of emotion that like washes over you. The performances are great. I've always loved Anton Yelchin. Even in Terminator Salvation, which is an absolute load of crap, he still, you know, performed admirably. I loved him in Fright Night. I love him in the Star Trek films. You got Patrick Stewart. Oh, Patrick Stewart is like, is a god, okay? And it was just such an amazing thing to see him in this independent slasher movie. The script should have been revised a bit more. It's strong, but there's a couple of lines which I sat there really confused as to why this is happening. The villain's plot, I was trying to figure out how the neo-Nazis thought that they could get away with covering everything up. That doesn't make sense. The police will not buy that you've set up all these people to make it look like they've done the thing that you're trying to cover up. It didn't really flow, but Green Room's filmmaking craft that Jeremy Saulnier has poured into this really makes up for those flaws. It's uncompromising. It's surprisingly intelligent. There's a lot of parts, there's a lot of little plot beats that I thought, why hasn't these kinds of movies ever done that before? That's awesome, dude. Green Room is a welcome back to that sort of intelligent exploitive cinema, which isn't seen nowadays, but it's still an amazing thing to see right now. It's original, it looks beautiful, and I definitely have to say the Green Room is worth the ticket and the Blu-ray. So Green Room, have you seen it? Please tell me what you think about it. Remember, push that little red button. Thanks for watching.